what better topic for Halloween than female menstruation? Hello. Welcome back to this channel. We are going to talk about period today. We as women go through a whole cycle of a month-long cycle, basically, that's ruled by the moon, and our hormones change every day throughout the month. For men, it's a bit different. For men, they are, they go with the sun and they have a 24-hour cycle of hormones. This is why women and men are different. It's very important to learn about our cycle and how we can utilize it and how we can adjust our lifestyle, for example, to fit it and feel good. Because if we are, for example, doing a hard workout in the middle of our cycle, it's gonna be way easier than if we do it while we are bleeding out, basically. Okay, so let's start with, there are actually two main cycles that we are going to talk about. It's the same cycle, but one is the actual, the actual medical way that is described. That's the female cycle, basically. So I hope you can see it. If not, I will just take a picture and put it on the screen. So as you can see here, we have the follicular phase, and it goes from our first day all the way up to our ovulation. So the first day is the first day of period. Period lasts from 3 to 7 days, for example. It changes from female to female, do you have stress in your life? Are you good? Are you healthy? Are you unhealthy? It all changes, but the typical period would last from 3 to 7 days. So we start on day 1. We start to bleed. Our follicular phase over here starts. Then on day 7, for the sake of this video, we will say the menstruation lasts 7 days. On our 7th day, it's done. We are not bleeding anymore. But the follicular phase is still active. All the way till the 14th, this is where our ovulation happens. This is where we are very fertile. Is the egg jump thingy. Then after this, after ovulation, we move to this phase, luteal. Luteal. I cannot pronounce it, but that's the phase we move into. Okay, so this is a medical way to show how our cycle is working. I hope you all can see it. Okay, so there is also a spiritual way of how we see things from a spiritual point of view. As everything is nature and we are all connected to nature, this is how the spiritual one is. It's basically seasons. We have winter, spring, summer, and fall. The winter is from day 1, when we start bleeding, all the way up to day 7. That's our winter period. This is where we are bleeding out. Okay, then we have our spring. The bleeding stops. The bleeding stops. Everything is sort of getting back to normal. It's our spring. The energy comes back a little bit. Then on the 14th, we have our ovulation. And then we move into our summer phase. Our summer chill, is the most stable part of our cycle. The summer, and then from the summer, a week before our period, we have the fall. So things get a bit quieter. We stay home a bit more. We just chill. Okay. So I'm going to be working with this very thing over here for the next part of the video. We are going to talk about symptoms. So we are starting with winter. We are starting to bleed. First day of bleeding, usually the first, second is a very bleeding day. But the first and second are very bleeding. I said 3 times. there are also other symptoms that can occur. For example, lower back pain, bloated, pain, stomach aches, headaches, moodiness, being very emotional, being very down, very tired, very exhausted. The list just keeps on going. Like, it goes on and on and on. Some people feel very aroused during this time. I have like a whole list that I will also put on the screen. We can also feel unmotivated. We could have flu-like symptoms. And of course, we feel very, very tired because we are actively losing blood. And sure, everybody just pretends it's very normal and everybody should just, suck it up and do the things that you have been doing the whole month, but that's not how it is. If we actually listen to our bodies would tell us to slow down, to give ourselves rest. And that's very important, to listen to ourselves, to listen to how our body is feeling, to listen to our intuition, because we know what's best for us. We're gonna actually talk in this video about how to be more in tune with ourselves a bit later, after the symptoms part. So that's the winter. Also, for example, if you want to do like a heavy workout session, you should not do it while you're bleeding. It's gonna be way harder than it should be. Your body needs rest. But also listen to your body. If you feel like you can do it, Then we're getting to our spring season. Our spring season is when we stop bleeding. We feel a little bit more like ourselves. Our emotions are evening out. They are becoming more stable. But at the same time, we have been feeling more emotions. We have been going through a lot during this period phase. There's the winter, and when now suddenly we feel more outgoing and we want to do more things, we become more active, it can also make us feel anxious. So spring is very much like an actual spring, but in actual spring you have days that are sunny and you have rainy days. It's the same with women. First we can be very motivated, very creative, we can be outgoing, we can go out, do things, very excited, energy. But then on other days we can still be very anxious and everything is a lot, everything is overwhelming, we feel very stressed, and it's like a balance thing that we have to give ourselves time and space to experience. If one day in the spring season we feel good and then the next day suddenly we are very tired and anxious and we don't know what is wrong, it's very important to remember that it's normal. And we deserve to just chill out when we feel like we need to. There's nothing wrong with it. There's nothing wrong with us. There's sometimes a lot of guilt in the spring phase because we feel like, okay, I felt like shit during periods and now the period is gone. Why do I feel bad? Like, I shouldn't be feeling bad. This is the time I should be feeling good. Well, there's no need for guilt. This is how our body works. This is how our hormones work. Things happen. We feel the way we feel. It's okay. Just chill. And everything's gonna be fine. Then we have our ovulation. During our ovulation, it's the most fertile period of time that we have. If you want to get pregnant, this is the time to have a lot of sex time. And then it's also the time where men are very attracted to us. Our body temperature can literally change, make us a bit, more red on the cheeks. Our breasts get a bit bigger, they get tender. We feel aroused more, like a body response. We feel very much more sexual energy. We feel more sexy. Maybe we'll put some risky clothes on. Well, risky, like revealing whatever, like to feel a bit more sexy, Sometimes you can also see it, like when you walk down the street and you're ovulating, men just kind of are attracted to you. They just, like strange people on the streets, everybody's just like a bit more attractive. Like they feel it. People feel it if they are like in tune with the energy. It's an evolution thing, like a procreation thing. Procreation, is it the right word? You know, it's basically the nature type of thing saying, hey, make babies. Then we have our summer period. Our summer period is where we feel peaceful, chill. Our hormones have finally settled down. Everything just kind of got a bit more stable. The anxiety is behind us. We are feeling more outgoing. We are feeling like we can do things. It's the time to do things that you have been maybe pushing off. It's the best time for good workout sessions. We can also chill. We are very motivated to create, to do stuff, to go out, to be ourselves, like fully, without a lot of interferences of our hormones. And it's a really happy period of time where we are just ourselves. Okay. Then things like a week before our period is the fall, where we slow down a bit more. We get tired, we can have cravings, we can again feel aroused even more. We could gain weight, which is actually a big thing too. Of course, we gain weight, we get bloated, we are right before our periods, so the weight is there. We are the heaviest we have been. We are craving things. We are moody, emotional. Sometimes you can feel very on edge, like all the emotions, all the hormones, they're all there mixing up in you, and everything is irritating, everything is annoying. You can be very mad, you can start crying for no apparent reason. What else? Stomach aches, emotional, you need more alone time, you want to stay home a bit more, you want to just chill on your own, maybe do some yoga, maybe meditate, whatever it is you like. But you don't feel that social energy from the summer anymore, or the very productive energy, whether you are social or not. Yeah, so this is, you can also feel like very restless, and sometimes it feels like a relief. We are just like, okay, I've been feeling crazy, and all these things have been because my period is right here. It all makes sense. So I'm not crazy. No, it's the period. So yeah, this happens. Then we are going to talk about how to actually sync in with our period, because now we know how it works. We know about the seasons. We know when it's what. If you track your period, which you absolutely should, you should completely track the whole thing. Then you know where you are on the period scale, basically, on the period cycle. And it will be so much better for your body, for your mental health, to work with your body, not against it. To work with nature, not against it. And this is what we are going to talk about now. Okay, a big deep breath. So, first of all, we're gonna talk about winter. What can we do to honor our bodies in the winter? We can take warm showers. Like, hot things help a lot with cramps. We can just cuddle ourselves up in bed. Just stay in bed, chill out. If you are in control of your work schedule, then you could make sure that you don't work a lot on these days. That you maybe do your work more in the summer than in the winter. And in the winter, you have the time to rest. We could take a lot of naps, relax, don't judge ourselves, because we are still in this craving food type of thing, especially like body shaming. We don't do that here. We love and accept our bodies as they are. Okay. During the period, we are all heavier than we are usually. We are probably bloated too. So we look heavier, and we probably also are heavier. Then, comfy clothes. They are great. Comfy clothes. Listen to your body. Don't work out too much. If you feel like you should slow down, you should. You definitely should. And basically, like, take it easy. Do what feels right. If you want a cup of tea in the middle of the night, just do it. If you want that bit of chocolate, just go for it. We live once. Why deprive ourselves, you know? Especially when our hormones are raging and we are literally bleeding out. It's a big deal. I know society is making us believe that period is just something to be quiet about and just do everything that you are supposed to do. Do not change anything. It's normal. Deal with it behind closed doors. Well, no. The thing is, it is a big deal. We are literally bleeding out. Bleeding out, man, for 7 days. It's a big deal. Our bodies go through so many changes. Our mental health can change. Or everything changes. The way we feel change. The way we think change. Everything changes. So just, just listen to yourself. Give yourself the time and space that you need. Then we have spring. In spring, we can do more fun things, right? If you feel like, hey, I feel a bit outgoing, go for it, man. Go for it. Have fun, create things. The creative energy, like really do something with it. Maybe you want to go on a hike, maybe you want to paint, maybe you want to draw, maybe you want to write. Maybe you want to stay in bed and take a nap. Totally okay. Totally okay. You can also wear like a bit more loose clothes, maybe look cute if you want to. Maybe like come out from your pajamas from the winter period, but still make sure you feel okay, because spring is all about highs and lows. Make sure you combine it very well and that you listen to your body. In the spring, we may think that we lost weight, and we did. We bled out, like I have said multiple times. We have been bleeding out for 7 days, so yeah, we lost weight. Don't base your body image on your weight from period or on your weight from the spring, because it's literally just period and it's gonna come back. Like, have a good relationship with your body, man. You have only one. Okay. So spring is just like fun time, and the most important thing is that we listen to our bodies. If you feel all the way up here and suddenly you go crash down to the bottom, that's okay. Just give yourself time and space to be okay with it. Love yourself. The ultimate message. Okay. Then we have summertime. Summertime is like the most productive thing, most stable mood, like I said. You can get projects done, you can get all your work done. If you have been feeling like you have procrastinated, well, you didn't. You just, you listen to your body. You did what felt good. Well, in the summer, you have extra energy, so if there's anything that you need to get done, it's the best time to do it. It's the best time for workouts. It's the best time to work on projects, to start new things, to complete things that you didn't want to complete before, to do your chores. Like, if you had to do like a lot of chores, that's the best time to do it. Again, listen to yourself, but it's also a good time to experiment, try new things. If you have like a trip coming up, that's a great time to go on. If you go on a trip during summer, you will feel great, most likely. Then, if we have our fall, so basically summer is about having fun. It's like summer break, man. Just do your thing, have fun. Then we have fall. Fall is the time where we just kind of close our doors and we stay home, kind of chill, and we go crazy a little bit. This is the time to rest, take it easy, listen to your body. You can be less social, you can be more comfortable. If you have the cravings, don't overdo it. Maybe like don't eat cake every day, because that will make you feel like shit, because like too much sugar, But if you feel like having chocolate, go for it. If you want pickles, go for it. If you want whatever the fuck else, go for it. You want to eat double as much as you did before, you know what? Go for it. You live once, man. You live once. Also, I should stop saying man, because it's getting a bit repetitive. In the fall, it's also very important that you give yourself extra love. It's the time of the year where we are going to wait a lot because of the periods that's almost about to start, because of the cravings, because we have probably been eating more and we have been doing less. It's the time where a lot of people feel like they have been procrastinating. Well, the truth is, it's nature. Just we can fight it all we want, but we have one life, so why fight it? Why fight what makes us women, what makes us human? Let's just go with the flow. And if we feel like we need to take it easy, it's not procrastination. We don't have to be productive all the time. We don't have to hustle all the time. We don't have to be busy with something all the time. We don't have to do chores all the time. We don't have to work all the time. If you're in the position where you could make time, free your time, free your schedule, and just chill, just read a book, watch a movie, binge watch a series, whatever, it's a time to do it. Because why not? If you are around people, we're gonna probably be overwhelmed. Sorry. Okay. If we are around people, we are probably gonna be overwhelmed and stressed out anyway. We are not gonna be as productive as we have been a week ago during the summer. It all changes for us. So if there is anything you will take from this video, I hope that it will be to take it easy, to breathe, to chill, to listen to your body, and to love yourself during all of it, during all the seasons of your life, during the highs and the lows, because that's all we have. We have only one life, and we have one body, and whether we like it or hate it, we still only have this one body, and we still only have this one life. Why not embrace it? Why not accept it? And why not make ourselves as comfortable as we possibly can? In the end, nobody will ever be dying and be like, oh man, I wish I worked a little bit more, or I wish I pushed harder into doing my chores. Like, nobody cares. In the end, it's all about what we have experienced and how we felt. We can make our life as stressful as we want, but in the end, all of it won't really matter. So let's chill out. Let's listen to ourselves. Let's love ourselves. And yeah, maybe I will make a part 2 to it, because our cycle is also very much connected to the moon and to the spiritual side, to the magic, to all of it, Maybe I will make a video about this too, but this video is getting a bit long, so that's it. Thank you for watching. I hope you got something from it, and see you next time.